How should Supernatural end after a decade and a half? Let's talk about it. Everybody, how's it going? Happy Monday to everybody out there. Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to sit down and talk. That's right, Supernatural. In this video, we're going to dive into the SPN universe and talk about, after a decade and a half, how should this insanely successful series come to an end. I know you're used to Halloween content on this channel. You're going to continue to get Halloween content, Star Wars content, and all sorts of other content. But we're really going to start to focus on some of our Supernatural content here. And when we did our live show the other day, I noticed people asking if Supernatural was worth watching. That right there is the point to starting to cover Supernatural content on this channel. Is it worth watching? Absolutely. I think it's the best, longest running TV series, sci-fi series, if you will, in television history. I think it's that good. Again, this is Fandom Empire. I'm your host, Shawn. Thank you for taking a few minutes of your time. If you haven't yet and you're new to this channel because it's a Supernatural video, click the little subscribe button somewhere down here and subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell. That way you're actually updated when we do live streams and stuff. Subscribing to the channel will obviously keep you up to date, and we appreciate the support. Let's dive right into this. We want to get your say. That's what we do here at Fandom Empire. Multiple choice question for this video is, who do you think was the better Supernatural villain? Was it Crowley or was it Lucifer? Now, both of these characters are huge favorites of mine. Series would not be the same without either one of them. I actually don't know who I'd pick at this point. If I had to just guess off the top of my head as we go here, I'd probably go Lucifer as a villain, but I like Crowley as a character better. Take a couple seconds, comment down in the chat below, which character do you like better as a villain, Crowley or Lucifer? We want to know what you think. Fandom Empire is about getting the fans' say on fandom-related items, so comment down below. All right, guys, right off the top here, let's get to it. How should Supernatural end after a decade and a half? Well, at the end of the day, you are never going to, have everybody be happy. It's going to be impossible to satisfy everyone. It's just, as I said, it's not possible. I have no idea if I'm going to be happy with the ending of this show. I don't know if there's any ending after 15 years that I'd be completely okay with. I just hope at the end of the day, it's passable and serviceable. I do think the show quality has dipped over the years, and it's going to happen. You run 15 years, it's going to dip a little. I think the strongest years of the show are seasons 1 through 5, and I thought around the season 10 through 12 mark, it really started to fire back, and then since then, I feel like it's sort of started to go down a bit. Not that there aren't, peak moments in some of the last few years. There absolutely are, and by the way, it's all subjective. Film, TV, gaming, you name it, it's all subjective. At the end of the day, though, we're asking all you, how do you think Supernatural should end? If you're the one at the writer's table that gets to make the final call here and look at Jared and Jensen and go, hey, guys, this is how we're going to end 15 years of your blood, sweat, and tears. And I don't know if there is a perfect ending for this. I don't, especially when you know that Jensen has mentioned several times that he sees the show coming back at some point. Now, I don't see the show ever coming back in a full run, but I could see it doing the Gilmore Girls thing where it comes back for a partial run, or maybe a Netflix series of some sort 4 or 5 years down the road, maybe even longer, who knows. But I do think Supernatural in some shape, form, or way will return. But the question at hand right now, how should Supernatural end? I think there's 3 endings here that are going to happen. You know, one of the 3 is going to happen anyway. These are kind of vague, but I'll let you in on what I have here. Both of the boys live, and we go back to the ending of the first episode where they're at the trunk of the Impala, and, we see the trunk close, or before the trunk closes, we have work to do, then the trunk closes, end credits, and that's the end of the series. I think I'd be okay with that. I do think you could see Supernatural continue in literature form. Why not keep making money off this thing? There's already Supernatural novels out there that people don't necessarily pay enough attention to. The other options, both boys finally die. You know, they've done their battle. Let them rest in peace. Let them have their heaven. I don't think that one's going to happen. I don't know if the fans would be okay with that. And then the last option, I believe anyways, is one of the boys lives and one of the boys dies, making the ending tough to swallow, and definitely tough to swallow for whatever one ends up being the boy, one of the guys that lives. So, and these would obviously be deaths that mean something because there are no episodes to follow, so we assume they're just dead for good. At the end of the day, I think the one thing you can take home here, and I have no insider knowledge on this whatsoever, but I think it's a given Cass is going to, bite it. He's gonna exit stage left, exit stage right, however you want to call it. I think Cass is toast at this point. I think he's signed, sealed, and delivered to die. Maybe he doesn't, but at the end of the day, we need, some sort of real loss has to happen. You can't not have real loss. There's our question to you, not only the multiple choice question, but how would you end Supernatural after a decade and a half? This isn't ending an arc. This isn't ending a season. This isn't ending an arc that spans multiple seasons. This is ending the show that has lasted 15 long years. That is the ultimate question. Want to remind everybody that they can check us out on Patreon if they want to support us over there. www.patreon.com/FandomEmpire. You can join for as little as $2 a month or as much as $13 a month. You can check us out on Facebook too. Type in the search bar, the Fandom Empire Den, and communicate with us over there and help grow this community with all of us. Check us out on Instagram, FandomEmpireNow, CampHaddonfieldPodcast, and Star Wars Renegades. And on Twitter, it's FandomEmpireNow and Star Wars Renegades. Your 2 questions, everybody, that you need to answer down in the chat for us. 1, which villain was better? Was it Crowley or was it Lucifer? And 2, how would you end Supernatural? Again, we had our 3 kind of vague endings. Both boys die. One lives, one dies. Or they both live, and you get the we have work to do in trunk closing. We'll have more Supernatural videos to come. Hopefully you guys all tune in, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.